Native Americans have always had a special relationship with land. They are the original stewards of land and understand the value of its natural resources. They recognize the importance of living in harmony with the land. The Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians, 1,390 acres of Santa Ynez ranch land, is no exception. When the tribe purchased this land in 2010, it came with the Camp 4 Vineyard. 256 acres of vines, planted with 19 different grape varieties. In addition to honoring existing contracts for the fruit, the tribe also started making its own wine and released the first vintages in 2013 under the tribe's label Kita Wines. Not only is the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians one of the few tribes in the United States that owns a vineyard and produces its own wines, it is the first that has one of its own members as the winemaker.
In our native culture, balance is a part of our everyday life. It's the balance of ourselves and our surroundings. In viticulture or grape growing and winemaking, it's kind of the same concept. So in grape growing, it's actually a balance of the soil, the climate, the geographic region. And in winemaking, it's a balance of the fruit, the acid, the alcohol, and the structure of the wine.
Like many of her colleagues, Tara believes that winemaking starts in the vineyard. Appropriately, that's also where Tara developed her love for winemaking. Tara was a young girl when she first started visiting vineyards with her parents, and by high school, she knew winemaking was in her future. She earned a Bachelor of Science degree in enology from California State University, Fresno in 1998. Her first job out of college was at Fess Parker Winery in Los Olivos, and from there she went on to J. Lohr in Paso Robles. It was while she was at J. Lohr that she produced her own variety of wines under the Kalawashak label, named after a village where her tribe's ancestors once lived. She took a break from her Kalawashak project to visit Europe and learn about the old traditions of winemaking. She returns to Europe regularly, continuing to learn.
In order to make wine, you have to understand the varietal, and so to understand that, you have to visit the regions and actually go and explore and taste. It's trying to go back to where the varietal actually originated and trying to capture that moment of the culture, of the history, of the traditions of the actual winemaking, which is old world winemaking, and bringing that over back here to the United States, to California, and it becomes a part of you, it becomes your existence.
Winemaking was already part of her existence when the tribe purchased the Camp 4 land.
I was actually living in Spain for 2 years. I did 2 harvests in Spain, and right when I returned is when the tribe was actually in negotiations on purchasing this property. So it was perfect timing for me to come back and to actually be a part of our tribe's winemaking project.
Tara and her team spent time learning about the Camp 4 vineyards and meticulously followed the progress of each lot from the past harvests, including Sauvignon Blanc, Grenache Blanc, Syrah, Grenache, and Cabernet Sauvignon. They also worked with an award-winning branding company to create an identity for the tribe's new wine.
Kita means our valley oak in the Somali language. There's so many oak trees in the vineyard and the grapes are grown right around it. So we thought that would be the perfect name to give it because it symbolizes that connection as well as the connection of our ancestors and the history, the culture, and the legacy of them.
In the short time Kita has been in production, it has already won numerous prestigious awards.
Within the first 3 months of our release, we came out with 16 different awards, both local and international levels. To name a few, the San Francisco International Wine Competition, the Women's International Wine Competition, the Los Angeles International Wine Competition, and on the local level, the Central Coast Wine Competition.
The fact that Kita Wines is gaining significant recognition so quickly is a testament to the way the tribe approaches all its business ventures.
Everything that the tribe does is always done to the best of their ability. And so with this as well, we strive to make the best that we could possibly make.
Tara also said that sustainability is a big part of the tribe's culture, and it's also part of her philosophy as a winemaker.
So we actually have owl and bat boxes out there who help contain the rodents. So we use natural means of sustainability. And we also have cover crops that we use, that we plant in between the rows to help provide nitrogen and prevent erosion within the soils, and to help provide nutrients to the soils as well.
This past harvest resulted in a 3,500 cases production, right on schedule with the 10-year plan, focused on growing to about 7,500 cases. The goal is also to develop Quito wines so that future generations of Santa Ynez Chumash can eventually work in this tribal venture. Uncorking those first bottles marked a great day in the history of Native American winemaking and a significant milestone in the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians' history. With Tara at the helm of this project, it's clear that the tribe has another successful venture in the making.
I wake up thinking about wine, I go to bed, I think about wine, and I even dream about wine.